Okay, so next we need to trim this out. First trim board's going to go on right here. So a white PVC board. PVC is not wood. We've used a little bit at the shop. It's made out of PVC, same thing that your plumbing pipes, white plumbing pipes are made out of. Doesn't rot, doesn't anything. I have some scraps of that laying around, so I'm doing that. First piece goes here. Second piece will go here and here. Then we'll do a piece across here. And then we'll do the sunburst. I'll show you how to do the sunburst. So that's what I'm going to work on next. And I'll just cut these pieces, put them on, and then I'll show you when it's done. All right? All right, so I've trimmed that out. Use the PVC board. Go all the way around. So it looks like that. Now on the end here, I could do a few different things. This is called a gable end. What I want to do is create a sunburst. It's what's called a sunburst. So we're going to start with a half circle in the middle, and then the siding will radiate off of that like a sunburst. The first video shows what the old one looked like. I did that one, a million years ago, 23 years ago, something like that. So I want to recreate that on this one. I really like the look of it. So my first thing is I'm going to cut a circle. Basically, it's going to be a 9-inch circle. Cut it in half, one on each side, and that will be the sun part of it, like the sun rising out of the well house. So I'm going to cut that now, and then I'll show you what that looks like nailed on. Okay, so I've got the trim on. I got my half round on. Basically, you make this any size you want. Again, proportions are everything. You want it to look the right size. So 9 inches across, 4.5 inches high, a perfect half circle. The next thing is to start siding. So the siding is going to come up and actually go one piece here, then here, and come like that and make it look like a sunburst, like a sunrise. I'm going to be using 1x6, these are called 1x6 clapboards. If you look at them, they are beveled, so it's thicker on the bottom than at the top. They're 5.5, they're 1x6, it's the same like any other measurement, any other wood. It's 5.5 inches here. Generally, when we put these on the house, we leave a 4-inch reveal. But on this, it's going to be a little different. Oh, and they come smooth side. So when you buy these, smooth on one side, rough on the other. Some people, want the rough look on their outside of the house. Some people want it smooth. Whatever. I've done it both ways. Back before vinyl siding was popular, this went on almost every house. This kind of stuff. This is made out of cedar. You can buy it made out of pine, redwood, other different types of wood. But cedar's nice. Doesn't rot. The insects don't get to it. So. Again, I had some of these laying around. I have, 10 or 15 of these 3-footers laying around, so that's what I'm going to use. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this first one to fit. So I cut it to fit. You're going to cut a little circle here, cut the angle in. Now what happens is, if I just leave them full width and keep stacking them up, by the time I get up to here, it's going to be too wide and it's going to stick out here. So what I need to do is figure out how much my reveal is going to be. So it's going to be something like this down to here. And I'm going to cut this just a little bit above that. Get rid of all this extra stuff. Once I do that, I'll put this one in, then the next one, same thing. Cut it first, then rip it to, the next height. And I'll keep doing that until I get all the way up, and then I'll put one in the center. So I'm going to work on that, kind of stacking these up, and once I get a few on here, we'll take another video and I'll show you. Okay, great. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. The sun's in my eyes, but I got the one side done. So you can see, basically I just cut a bunch of wedges. I taped them up. I didn't nail anything yet. I just wanted to make sure everything would fit. And then what I did once I was cutting pieces, I used the cutout from the circle to figure out the angles around there, and then I made patterns. So those 4 patterns are the patterns for the sides, and I'll use them on the back side too. The bottom one and the top one are custom, so these will fit, and hopefully they'll fit in the back. As you can see, there's a lot of scrap there, scrap there. It's a lot of trial and error. There's a few pieces that didn't fit very well. You know, there was some math to figure out exactly how far on each side. I ended up at about 4 1/4 on the long side and about 1.5 inches on the inside. And I think that looks pretty good. The proportions look good. Now I will nail it together, do the other side. All right, cool, bye. Okay, and that's what it looks like, all nailed up. I use finish nails. You have to use small nails on this or it'll split those clapboards. They're real thin, but you know, that's what it looks like. There's a few gaps, not too bad. I'm gonna end up painting that white anyways to match the rest of it, so I'll just caulk all that and paint it up and everything will be great. So that's what it looks like done. Cool.